Hey Pinheads, do you ever wonder what would happen if horror villains faced off? Well, so do we. So what we've done is we've taken 22 of the most badass horror villains and put them at random on a bracket. We will have these villains face off one battle at a time until we reach the ultimate number one villain who would win it all. If you haven't done this yet, please subscribe. If you like what you're seeing, please like. Also, please comment. We always enjoy seeing what you have to say. Thank you very much. Do that shit. Welcome back, Pinheads. If you're with us right now, then hopefully you've been watching our brackets all along. We are now moving on, and we're working our way into the semifinals. And we've got a few more battles here to go. So right now, we're going to actually go with the number 8 battle, which is Xenomorph versus Victor Crowley. If you're not familiar with Victor Crowley, I know some people aren't. He is the horror villain from the series, the Hatchet franchise, which is excellent, by the way, and I highly recommend it. So if you haven't seen it, please go back and watch that. You'll enjoy it very much. There's a lot of nod to a lot of the classic horror movies, and it does feature a lot of our favorite people throughout those movies, including the late and great Tony Todd, Robert Englund, and Kane Hodder. There's a bunch of really great horror actors in those movies. It does have a comedy aspect as well, and I think you'd really enjoy it. And the reason I'm selling it to you right now is because I know a lot of people who haven't seen it. So check that one out. So far, going through this, just if you haven't seen them, we've got Samara took the win over Jason. Freddie took the win over Chucky. Jaws ate Pennywise. The Thing beat Pinhead. Ghostface took down Annabelle. Leprechaun beat Captain Spaulding. Predator beat the Creeper. Now we will see who will win between the Xenomorph and Victor Crowley. First off, I like to kind of talk about some abilities here of these characters because we like to discuss what would happen in a fight, and then we kind of, glance over at what the popular vote would be in our opinion. With this, the Xenomorph has incredible strength, speed, agility, along with highly corrosive blood that acts as a defense mechanism and weapon. They also have the ability to camouflage, move silently through ventilation systems, and exhibit cunning tactics in combat. Victor Crowley, on the other hand, is a lot more of your slasher Jason Voorhees type killer, where he's incredibly strong. He's capable of ripping people apart with his bare hands and seemingly impervious to most conventional weaponry. He has a high degree of regenerative ability, where he's able to regenerate himself and from wounds that he takes during battle. He's essentially immortal for the most part, and he continually resurrects after death, especially when his curse is not fulfilled. So, you know what I'm talking about if you've seen those movies. If you haven't, like I said, check them out. So what we're talking about here basically is an alien versus a badass, big, strong as hell slasher. Are you guys... I'm almost positive I know where you guys are at with this. I'll go ahead and predict your answers before we even get to you. Liza, you're going to go ahead and pick the Xenomorph. And I'm pretty sure Steve's going to be right on that boat with you. So, why do you guys think the Xenomorph's going to win?
Go ahead, Liza.
A Xenomorph is probably like my predator for you, Steve, because I love Xenomorph. I grew up watching those movies, and I just remember so many iconic scenes and stuff like that. So I think the Xenomorph is, I think it could definitely take down Victor Crowley, and if anything, it could just do a face hugger and go inside of him and rip out through, and then.
Oh my God, that would be sick as hell to see what the hell an alien made out of Victor Crowley would look like. Wow, that thing would be like a super killer. It's a good point, but Steve, did you have anything to add to this Xenomorph Victor Crowley scenario we have here?
Well, the fact that Crowley is immortal, obviously, to him, for that sake, he can't be killed, then how is he going to be killed? But
good point. That's a good point.
Xenomorphs, are we talking about just one? I mean, xenomorphs are like the chips. There's, you can't just eat one or whatever the hell. There's going to be, what, 20? Or are we talking like the big mama xenomorph?
The queen.
I mean,
The
in
big
my
mama.
So that kind of.
I mean, you're right. It's not really specified in my mind. I feel like it's Xenomorph, like a Xenomorph versus Victor Crowley, just like it'd be a Predator, for example, versus
Right. But
like a
the Predator
Ghostface versus Animal. Yeah.
Xenomorphs are like cockroaches. So I mean, they seem to be, like pack hunters almost. But it would be interesting. The fact that Crowley is kind of up close and personal. He's not shooting you from afar, or he's a big, strong Voorhees style character. He's going to get acid all over him, and yes, he may be able to regenerate and everything, but to what degree? I mean, would he be able to curb his desire to continue to stab this thing as it's the melted ice cream? So it'd be an interesting one. But yeah, for your sake and for your I guess for you guessing that I was going to go more, if I will go with Xenomorph. Let's do that. Okay.
Okay, so I see some validity to your ideas on this battle. I will say this, like in a straight up battle, and I've seen all the Hatchet movies, I've seen all the Friday the 13th movies. I compare Victor Crowley to Jason in the fact that he's a brawler, but honestly, when push came to shove, I think Victor Crowley would probably rip Jason's arms off, if you want to be honest about it. Victor Crowley is just he's just a ball of just strength, and I mean he's incredible in that way. I think that he would beat the Xenomorph in a battle. And I think that he would take severe damage based on the Xenomorph's blood being acid. And I think you're correct about that. But with the regenerative thing, I think Victor Crowley is going to be permanently damaged, but I do think he is going to regenerate to a certain degree. I think he's going to be even uglier than he is now, which, if you can believe that. But I do think that in the end, he would be victorious because the alien can die, the Xenomorph can die. Victor Crowley really can't, unless you fulfill the curse, which an alien is not going to have the ability to do. A Xenomorph or an alien is pretty much a monster or an animal, really, when you get down to it. But I think that Victor Crowley would take it and in a fight. To add to Liza's point in the very beginning, I also do appreciate the aliens. Even in an artistic sense. I mean, the drawings by Geiger and everything. I mean, Alien is an incredible creation in sci-fi. Absolute beast, absolute killing machine. I mean, that's why Predator and Alien are sworn enemies. Because they're in a lot of ways they are really cool, and they're equal in a lot of ways. But I do see Victor Crowley winning against an alien, maybe even against a couple of aliens. But this one is also going to be like my change that I made before, based on the fact that I don't think the Hatchet movies or Victor Crowley have a chance in hell with the popular vote calculated into this to win this thing overall. So I'm actually going to be Team Xenomorph, even though I do think Victor Crowley would win a fight. Okay. So we all right now have three little. Well, we each have an alien next to us. The way I edit this, so we are all aliens. We are all in on the aliens, and we're going to go ahead and tally the votes and see if we are right.
If you're like me, you're probably wondering, how do these guys know who would actually win these battles? Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of insight to that. I had a bunch of horror fans fill out surveys based on such attributes like likability, kill, style, creativity, danger level, uniqueness, how iconic they are, their backstory, appearance, and their movie or franchise likability. Besides these scores, I've also taken the scores from the IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, as well as other websites that rate movies, and taken all the scores from their films or franchises, along with the survey numbers, and did all the math stuff, which was a lot of math stuff. Then I came up with a score. That score is what these villains have going up against each other. Please wait while we calculate the results.
Fight! Apocalypse! Killing frenzy! I demand a sacrifice! Finish him! Game over!
And the winner is...
Xenomorph. The Xenomorph took this one by quite a bit, and I thought it would because, like I said, Victor Crowley, I think it's a great slasher, but I really do think it's at this point still like a little bit of a cult classic kind of thing. A lot of people haven't seen it. It's not the most popular movie, and let's just be honest, man. Alien is probably one of the most popular movies of all time, especially in the sci-fi horror genre. So no surprise there. Everybody takes a win, and that puts me at 5 wins and 3 losses. That puts Steve at 3 wins and 5 losses, and Liza at 6 wins with 2 losses. So let's see how this thing continues. We'll be going to the next battle. Please meet us there.
Hey, Pinheads, if you're listening to this, you've been watching our 22 bracket horror villain face-off. I would encourage you to continue to watch, because we've got a lot more coming. We will find out who the ultimate horror villain is. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like if you like what you're seeing. And please comment. We would love to know who you think would win in these battles. Also, make sure that you keep an eye out in the future, because we will be doing more of these brackets, and I would love to get your opinion. We will be putting surveys out there, and you can be a part of this. And your score can matter as well. Thank you for watching. See you soon.
Hey, Pinhead, welcome back to Psychopinion. We gotta start over. He's fucking me up.
I didn't realize you were Pinhead.